So today we're going to talk about the Manic Pixie Dream Girl trope. A trope is a common or overused theme or device in literature and film. The trope usually relates to characters or plots within writing and film, and once these character types are overused, they often become a cliche. Common tropes in literature and films are the love triangle, the evil friend, the ugly turned beauty queen, and the manic pixie dream girl or boy. The manic pixie dream girl's main characteristics consists of distinct clothing. There are two types. There's the punk style or the feminine style. There's a picture of Ramona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, which is more punk style. She dyes her hair, she wears dark colors mixed with bright colors. Then there's the feminine style that's kind of like wearing dresses and things from ModCloth, which is Zooey Deschanel's character in 500 Days of Summer. One common factor or characteristics that manic pixie dream girls have that they're usually white and they have bangs for a hairstyle. Another characteristic is distinct music and film taste. The manic pixie dream girl usually listens to music like the Smiths, the Shins, any obscure indie band, really, and they really like watching indie films. Usually they're into like French pop culture or 60s French pop culture to be more exact, like anything by Godard, or they will often quote Wes Anderson movies. The main characteristic that they're known for is being quirky, eccentric, and spontaneous. So they're just a little weird, but it's like not a bad weird, it's an intriguing weird where you want to know who this girl is and why she is this way, and her personality pulls you in. The last main characteristic is that this girl is unattainable. You want her, but you just can't have her, either because she's not looking for anything, she just wants to be friends, or she feels that she's not in a place mentally or emotionally to be in a relationship. So, history behind the Manic Pixie Dream Girl. The term was coined in 2005 by film critic and AV Club member Nathan Rabin after he watched Elizabethtown, starring Orlando Bloom and Kirsten Dunst. After he watched the movie, he was very intrigued by Kirsten Dunst's quirky stewardess character, and after his review, he wrote, "That bubbly, shallow, cinematic creature that exists solely in the fevered imagination of sensitive writers, directors to teach broodingly soulful young men to embrace life and its infinite mysteries and adventures." So basically, what he was saying is that he was noticing more and more that girls in movies and literature were secondary characters, and they were quirky and so bright and fun and weird because their main role was to convince the male character that life is great and worth living and he has a purpose. Basically, these women told men or were there for men to show them that life is great. So examples in film previously mentioned was Elizabethtown, then there's Garden State, 500 Days of Summer, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and there's plethora of other films that can be thought of like Breakfast at Tiffany's, The Perks of Being a Wallflower, The Last Kiss. It's just very common nowadays. So this is a gif from The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Clementine is explaining to the male protagonist Joel. She says, "I'm not a concept, Joel. I'm just a fucked up girl who's looking for my own peace of mind." So her character is kind of complicated because some people deem her as a manic pixie dream girl and others do not. Then here's another example from Garden State.
We're not going to make out or anything.
What?
I'm sorry. I I just like totally ruined that moment, didn't I? No, no. It's just that like we're not gonna make out, okay?
Oh, no, I hadn't planned on trying.
Oh my, I am so lame. That was like really, I'm sorry. I forget I just said that. That's dumb. And you know what I do when I feel completely unoriginal? Blah 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 blah. I make a noise or I do something that no one has ever done before, and then I can feel unique again, even if it's only for like a second.
So as you can see, Zach Braff's character is kind of uncomfortable, but he's intrigued by the quirkiness of Sam. So there are some counterexamples that I mentioned earlier. Summer from 500 Days of Summer. Most people think she's a Manic Pixie Dream Girl, but she has her own goals, and the real villain, I guess, in the movie is actually Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character, Tom. Annie Hall is another counterexample because we see how complicated and messy she is and that she has her own goals. And then Clementine is also another counterexample because she also has her crazy life and she's trying to figure out her emotions, and that's not ignored. We actually see her character go through that. Some examples in literature include Margot from Paper Towns, Alaska from Looking for Alaska, Sam from The Perks of Being a Wallflower, Daisy from The Great Gatsby, Charlie from High Fidelity, Gus from The Fault in Our Stars, Liz from The Virgin Suicides, and Holly Golightly from Breakfast at Tiffany's. So there are problems and solutions to handling the Manic Pixie Dream Girl. A few problems are that fiction imitates real life. A lot of these characters are based off of real women, and these movies have kind of set up a template for young girls to base their being off of. So most teen girls and young 20-year-olds believe that this is what guys want, and so they'll try to form themselves, even unknowingly, to become a Manic Pixie Dream Girl. Another problem is that the women are just there to show men that they have a true purpose in life and that they can fulfill their destiny. So solutions to combat that is to create more text and films with women as lead characters and women as heroes to show that they are messy, they are complicated, and they aren't secondary to male characters. They can lead their own lives and become their own people. Thank you.